everyone, welcome back to another History with Hannah. My name's Hannah Schickles. I'm the museum curator and events coordinator here at the Kelch Aviation Museum. And today, we're going to be talking about this 1928 Travel Air 4000. Now you might remember this airplane. Myself and creative director Ami Eckerd-Lee actually filmed a video where we rigged the wings. If you'd like to check it out or revisit it, it'll be linked in the description below. To understand this airplane story, we need to go back to the corporation that founded it. Back in 1925, the Travel Air Manufacturing Company was co-founded by legendary names, such as Clyde Cessna, Walter Beech, and Lloyd Stearman, way back when in Wichita, Kansas. But we need to go even further back, to 1918. So the Robertson Aircraft Corporation was founded by two brothers, Major William Robertson and his brother Frank Robertson. They began operations at Lambert St. Louis Flying Field in 1918. The company offered a plethora of things, such as flight lessons, air shows, passenger flights, and most importantly, airmail. So let's get to the airmail history of this aircraft. In April of 1926, the Robertson Aircraft Corporation started their contracted airmail route, or CAM Route 2, offering airmail services from St. Louis to Chicago with stops in Peoria and Springfield. And their star pilot, none other than Charles Lindbergh. As many of you may know, Charles Lindbergh flew over the Atlantic Ocean in 1927. This created a huge boom in aviation, and therefore the Robertson Aircraft Company wanted to do a publicity tour with him, to not only give their company credit for financially backing the Spirit of St. Louis, or being one of the backers of the Spirit of St. Louis, but to boost aviation, to get more people to fly airmail or passenger flights specifically with this company. Because this was Charles Lindbergh's early career, and Charles was becoming a national superstar. So if they could have put his face on their airplane, they were going to do so. This is one of the Travel Airs that Charles Lindbergh flew in that tour. He flew one of his old airmail routes from St. Louis to Chicago. And there are photographs of him sitting in the cockpit with the Robertson logo, as well as the N number of this Travel Air 2709. Or did Lindbergh fly 2709? We might have to cut away to a me for this one.
This airplane is actually made up from parts from several different Travel Air 4000s. There just wasn't enough of the original 2709 to put together a single intact airplane. Al used as many original components as possible because he didn't just want to build a replica. So, did Charles Lindbergh actually fly this airplane? Well, on paper, yes, he did. He flew 2709. Did he actually touch like this piece of wood or this piece of fabric? Probably not. But the connection to history is real, and the legacy lives on in the airplane.
So how does this airplane fit into the Kelch collection? Well, our founder Al Kelch collected this airplane back in 1993 with hopes of restoring it. Back then, it was just in parts and pieces, and it looked nothing even remotely close to what it looks like today. He enlisted the help of Andrew King and Kent McMakin to help him during his restoration process. However, in 2004, Al Kelch did pass away. So the restoration had paused somewhat indefinitely until we created the Kelch Aviation Museum, and now we have lovely people just like you that help us financially in projects like this, and volunteers like Carl and Kent McMakin to help make this airplane flyable once again. So why are we making a video about Travel Airs now? Well, this year marks the 100th anniversary of the Travel Air Company. There are celebrations taking place all over the country, including Wichita, Kansas, Blakesburg, and of course, EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh.
And in honor of Travel Air's 100th anniversary, we are ramping up restoration efforts on 2709. So if you'd like to contribute, you can visit our website, www.kelchmuseum.org, and contribute to the restoration fund or learn more about all of our projects.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And if you like this content, go check out all of our other videos if you haven't done so already.
It only took us 4 years to reunite to make this video, so we'll see you in
4 years.
Bye!